Ash and I'm the CEO of Bowls Tasmania. Please let me firstly start off by saying that I hope that you're all keeping safe and well during these unprecedented times and keeping yourselves occupied at home. Remember, staying home saves lives at the moment, and because of that, I bet you're just like me and missing being out on the greens right now. But there's certainly things that we can be doing at home to keep ourselves active, so when the bowl season rolls around, we're all ready to go. So we've created this little video with the resources that we have, particularly aimed at our senior demographic, to give you some ideas of some activities that you can do at home to keep yourselves active and be ready at your best when the season does roll around next, whenever that time might be that we can get out on the green. Now, I must say this is a bit of a disclaimer, but I'm certainly no personal trainer. I'm certainly no videographer, so I'm doing the best that I can with what we have available, and these are simply just some ideas that you can use at home, as I said, to keep yourselves active. Now, as I said, I'm not a personal trainer, but I am a bowler and I love my bowls, so I do have a bit of an idea on what we need to do to keep it our best to be out on the green. So hopefully you'll get something out of this video, and there's some activities that you might be able to use at home to keep yourselves active. Okay, so activity one is a bit of a variation on lunges. Now, I'm sure you've all heard of lunges, and generally that involves being in one particular spot and doing lunges down to the ground on each side. Now, because we're bowlers, this is a movement that we do quite regularly. So we're going to do lunges with a variation and play on our bowler's delivery. So what I'd like to see you doing is being all set up with your delivery at home. Find a nice open space, whether that be indoors or outdoors at home, and just practicing your delivery. Getting nice and low to the ground. You know, take a step or two and have another delivery. Now, the test is that you do need to try this on both sides of your body. So once you've done 10 deliveries up on your preferred hand, then also try it on your non-preferred hand on the way back. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a bit of a challenge for me. Now, you can also try that with a bowl if you're ready to test yourself out. If your lawn's anything like mine, it might be a 3-second green, but it's definitely worth having the weight of your bowl in the hand as you're trying that. And you could even try it with a bowling arm if you're one of our bowling arm bowlers. Now, exercise 2 is a single limb stance. Now, you can use a chair or even your kitchen bench as support for this one if you require it. Make sure it's nice and steady and on a flat surface. Now, the idea is that we're going to work on our balance with this one. So you can use the chair or bench as an aid if you need to, and you're simply just going to stand on one leg. Once you've been on one leg for about a minute, then switch over and do the same on your opposite leg. Now, what we'd like to see you build up to is 60 seconds without holding the chair. Even if you have it beside you, just to assist you if you do get a little bit wobbly. Now, you may not be able to do it for a full minute to start with, but that's our goal, is to try and work up to that. Now, exercise number 3 is what we call clock reach. This helps work on flexibility as well as balance. Now, what we'd like you to do is pretend you're standing in the middle of a clock. Number 12 is in front of you, number 6 behind you. Holding on to a chair or again a kitchen bench, stand on one leg. So if the first one is your right leg up, start with your right arm out, pointed towards the number 12. Looking straight ahead the whole time, take your arm from 12 to 3 on the clock. Once you've gone to 3, then reach around to 6, looking ahead the whole time. Come back to number 3, and then back to the 12. Once you've done that on one side, then go on to the other. So left leg up, left arm facing towards the 12, down to the 9, and then back to the 6. 6, back to 9, and then back to the 12. Do that twice on each side. Exercise number 4 is the side leg raise. Again, you'll need a chair or a trusty bench for this activity. Now stand shoulder width apart, holding on to your chair. Looking ahead the whole time, I want you to raise your right leg out to the side, keeping a toe forward the whole time. Bring it back to the other foot and out again. You go out just as far as you can, keeping your balance the whole time. So do this on the right side 10 times. Once you've completed 10 times on one side, switch over and then do your left leg. Again, you complete that 10 times. Okay, activity number 5, wall push-ups. Find a nice clear space on a wall, whether it be inside your home with no pictures on it, or a wall outside your home that you can use for this next activity. Now to start with, you're going to stand about an arm length away from the wall. Putting your hands firmly on the wall about a shoulder width apart, and then just as the name suggests, it's like a push-up but against the wall, so it's not quite as strong for you. Keeping your feet planted firmly on the ground and your body nice and straight, and getting as close to that wall as you can. Now if that's a little bit hard for you to start with, then you can always stand a little bit closer to the wall. The further away you stand, the harder the activity. Activity number 6 is marching in place. You can have a chair nearby if you need to, or your bench. But basically we're just going to march in one spot. Lifting our knees as high as we can, rotating from right to left. Right, left, right, left. If you need to get the arms going with it, then you can. But keep those knees as high as we can. So we're going to do that 20 times. That's 10 on each side. Okay, how's everyone going? Are you sticking with me? All right, activity number 7, shoulder rolls. Now, you can do this standing or sitting, and it really is just as it says, shoulder rolls. Nice and high and round, back the other way. Now, if you need to, you can also do this sitting in place. Now I'm sure if you're a bit like me and you've been doing some jigsaw puzzles, or if you've been getting into some knitting, spending a lot of time on the computer hunched over, it's nice to do some shoulder rolls afterwards just to relax. You can do that as many times as you like. I recommend about 30 seconds. Now our final activity, activity number 8, the finger wiggle. I want you to pretend that there's a wall in front of you and you're climbing your fingers up the wall like a little spider climbing up there as far as you can. Once you reach up the top, wiggle your fingers for 10 seconds. Now if you have been doing a few crafty things, or even now that it's coming into the cooler weather and the arthritis might be playing up a little bit, or the joints are just a little bit stiff and sore, then you can work on just keeping the fingers nice and nimble, because we'll need them when it's time to hold the bowl when the season comes around. Thanks everyone for sticking with me. They are our 8 activities for our first little activities module. Hopefully you enjoyed those, and they are just a few activities that you can do at home to keep yourself active and ready and raring to go once the season starts. And once again, we do hope that you're all keeping safe and well, and please remember and heed all of the government regulations that are coming out and all the advice by the professionals to stay at home unless it's essential to leave. We have some fantastic bowlers across Tasmania, and we care about you all, and we want to see you all on the greens once we can get back out there. So please stay safe, and we hope to see you on the greens soon.